It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, I am excited for today's episode. Not only is it a Friday and a Masterpiece Friday episode, but today we are concluding our listen to this epic live album. We're finishing up Made in Japan from Deep Purple, and today we're going space trucking. Y'all, it's going to be a fun time. I'm happy that you're with me. For the past several months, we have been featuring this classic double live album from Deep Purple, one side at a time. And today is the day for our culmination to this listen with side 4, which only features one song. It's Space Truckin. And I can't believe that a song that was about 4.5 minutes on the album that it came from ends up being almost 20 minutes in concert. But if any band can pull it off, it's Deep Purple. So I'm really looking forward to hearing this version of this song. I have the vinyl for it, and in fact, we're going to be listening to audio from my vinyl purple copy of this album. I've also got the rest of it right over here in the place of honor. But yeah, I imported the audio directly here from the vinyl and cleaned it up, made sure that it sounds okay, and we're going to take a look at it and enjoy ourselves for about 20 minutes while the boys in Deep Purple do their thing. So I first heard this song, y'all, as a part of my reaction to their 6th album, Machine Head, which was done by me back in July of 2022. So it's been quite a while since I've heard this song. Space Truckin is the last song on Machine Head. And the album version, like I said, is only 4.5 minutes. But today we're going to be listening to a song that is stretched to almost 20 minutes. So it's going to be a fun ride. I'm expecting some added solos and maybe even a few surprises along the way. As we recall, the Made in Japan concerts were recorded in August of 1972 as the band toured Japan for the very first time. This was about 5 months after Machine Head had been released, and as a result, we get Highway Star, Smoke on the Water, Lazy, and Space Truckin, all songs from Machine Head included on this Made in Japan live album. Ritchie Blackmore came up with the riff for this song, and in part, as I read, it was inspired by some theme music from the Batman TV show that I've heard. And as I remember, it's got half steps in it, so maybe he's basing some half steps in this riff on that famous TV theme. And I read that Ian Gillan provided the sci-fi based lyrics here, combining elements of just space travel with this 1960s comic called Keep on Truckin'. And as I remember, the lyrics don't make a whole lot of sense, but it doesn't matter. We're going off on an adventure, and adventures don't have to make sense. They just have to include us, right? It's about the experience. And speaking of experience, let's get to it, friends. We've got Ian Gillan on vocals and percussion. Ritchie Blackmore is on guitar. Roger Glover is on the bass. John Lord is on the Hammond organ. And Ian Pace is our drummer. I can't wait to listen to this, y'all, from my own vinyl copy. I have imported it here into the computer, and I'm ready to go space trucking if all of y'all are. This is going to be a long one, so let's get right to it, shall we? Space Truckin' from Made in Japan from Deep Purple. Off we go. Okay. I had to check my sound, because that starts really low. We're fading into existence. Okay. Comes the crowd. Okay. Come on, everybody. Four, 5, then 7 to 1. Bum, then it goes So it lands an A. But they're using the big 3 chord, the big major 4, so it's Dorian mode here. You mean all the groovy people. Danced around with Borealis. Space truckin' around the stars.
Come on!
That's right!
Come on! Come on! Let's go space truckin'! Come on! Come on!
big 5 chord. I got you, y'all. Right. Guitar is only in my left channel for right now. Alright, y'all. Just a simple little, I mean, it's a drum solo more than it is a guitar solo. Check it out. There's upwards, and there's up by half step.
Space Truckin', come on!
This is so much fucking fun, y'all.
Come on, yeah! Space Truckin'!
Woo! Ripping octaves. Okay, that could be all the song, but there's a whole lot left. They moved keys. They went down to the 5. To E minor, and John Lord is on the Hammond organ, y'all. I don't know how long this is going sound like a dominant to me. It's the dominant of where they were. But the longer they do it, the more it sounds like they're actually in E minor. And it's not E minor serving as a 5 to A. Off vinyl. As somebody who's only heard compressed music for most of his life, coming back to vinyl and these big, thick, like audiophile vinyl records, they sound absolutely incredible. That thing so in overdrive that it almost sounds like a guitar in places. But I think the whole thing's the organ. How did you do that? Frantic pace on the drums with such an expansive, kind of free-form organ solo here. It's Tay, Do, E minor, subtonic. So that's D that he landed on. Filled with expectation. I have no idea where they're gonna go. I don't even know if they know where they're gonna go. Ian's drumming is incredible though. That's the Jupiter theme. Right? From Holst? Over the top of that? John, quit confusing me, man. Well, they really are Space Truckin. Their antenna needs to be fixed. Reception's a little tricky around Venus, right? Amazing. This is absolutely incredible, y'all. Ian's been keeping up those fast notes. And I think John Lord can play a toaster. You know, he's doing, I don't know what he's doing with this, but it's a fascinating sound. Establish E. some point, I think there's some more lyrics that are gonna happen. Ian Gillan's had some time to go next door and find some sake and have a good time and find his way back to the stage before he has to sing again. Keeping time. Halftime. Just watching Richie and playing off of what he's up to. Almost sound like he was using a bow. Really quiet. I've heard of Jimmy Page using a bow, but I don't know if maybe I've heard of Rich using a bow. It's what it sounds like. Back to E. Sounds like do re mi, but it's lay te do. I think E is where we ended up. Is he using a bow? Like a string bow? Turns major. Still in the background, Ian's just... That Bo Diddley rhythm. Okay. Is that it? It can't be. The crowd starts applauding. Okay. I think they just went, crowd, are you with us? They're like, yes. So now back with the whole band. Instead of just Ian and Richie. Amazing to go back and hear just the experimentation that was happening live on stage with these great musicians of this era. Having the freedom and the courage to try this, to go into these areas of artistic expression that are just free-flowing and in the moment in front of a lot of people. It takes courage. I'm wondering if they ever get back to Space Truckin, because I think they're still on E. E minor, right? Join you, says John. Well, maybe that was a cue. Subtonic. And back. Listen to that. I don't know if they went back to A or they just cued an explosion. All that low end from the organ just... Maybe that's just what it sounds like when they go to park after they've been space trucking. Is that it? Still going for me. Ha ha! The crowd's like, last time we got punked. Okay, they're done. That was enjoyable. Indeed. Incredible. They're an incredible band, aren't they? I mean, there's a reason why people look to this album as one of the best rock and roll live albums of all time. It's not because it sucks, right? It's because it's great. Absolutely great. Whew. I was expecting to have a good time, and that was just really, really, really enjoyable. So there you have it, friends. All of Made in Japan, we finally finished. All 4 sides. And it's been quite a fun time discovering the live side of Deep Purple. I've just recently gotten into the concerto for group and orchestra from John Lord, performed by this group and orchestra, and they just continue to surprise me with just how well-rounded a group of musicians they are. And John Lord especially is quite a wizard composer, and they're all just wonderful. So you may be asking yourself, Doug, do you have a favorite side? It's hard to say. So let's go back through them. Side 1 was Highway Star and Child in Time. It's hard to deny that side for those 2 songs, just as they are, right? Side 2 was also quite wonderful. We had Smoke on the Water and The Mule. Remember that when The Mule came on? is when I broke my shaker. Lost a few beads, but I got most of them back, right? Trying to keep up with that drum solo. Side 3 is really solid. We get a Strange Kind of Woman and Lazy. But side 4, with this hugely expanded version of Space Truckin', it's just pure rock and roll fun, y'all. If I was to pick, I know I love this, but if I was to pick maybe a favorite side or the side that I would listen to first, it might be side 1 with Highway Star and Child in Time. But I think side 4 would be my second choice. It's hard to pick side 2 and side 3. They're all great. They're all great. It would have been wonderful to have been at these concerts. And I believe that the tracks that we have are from 2 different, maybe 3 different, but I'm for sure 2 different concerts, just a couple of days apart in Japan back, 52 years ago now. Incredible. They still sound fresh and just so much fun to listen to, so full of energy. You just can't help but respond to it, right? So I was looking into this. I'll leave you with this. As I was finishing up my read-in today, I was wondering what else can I tell them about this song or this album. We've got some covers of this, and I found a list of musicians who have covered this song, and it's really an interesting list. Among others, Dream Theater has covered Space Truckin'. Tesla. Ace Frehley has covered Space Truckin'. Kip Winger has covered this song. And apparently Iron Maiden does a bangin' version of Space Truckin'. That I would believe, y'all. But the one that shocked me to my absolute core today, and I had to listen to a little bit of it, apparently William Shatner did a cover of this song. Yes, William Shatner. In the style that you might think that he might have done it. If you haven't heard it, I heard about 20 seconds of it, and I want to go back and listen to the whole thing because it's incredible. Apparently he joined up with Ian Pace and Johnny Winter to do a cover as only William Shatner could provide. And it just goes to show you, a great song with an open groove like this, other musicians are going to take it out for a spin and see how it works, not only as a sign of respect, but to just enjoy themselves playing on stage with the people that love to hear them play, you know? That's what's great about these songs that can be moved around. We talked about Helter Skelter recently being covered by a ton of musicians, you know? These songwriters provide us with a framework to then not only just enjoy the way they did it, but it's an invitation for us to try these songs out for ourselves and have a good time with them. And that, I think, is what it's all about, is just having a good time, especially with music like this. They're just writing songs that encourage us to move, encourage us to forget about what's happened in the past, forget about what we have to do later on, and just let us live in the moment and have a good old time for a little bit with them. And that's kind of a miracle, isn't it? And it's the miracle that keeps on giving. So this has been a very fun and enjoyable trip through all 4 sides of Made in Japan by Deep Purple. Thank you to all of you who have been suggesting that I do this for quite some time. I finally did it, and I enjoyed kind of doing these about a month at a time and keeping me not too far away from this album. It was quite an enjoyable time for me. I hope it was an enjoyable time for you. I can't wait to get back to more Deep Purple. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do on YouTube. On Patreon, I'm sure that I'm going to be getting to movements 2 and 3 of the Concerto for Group and Orchestra in the coming weeks and months. And if you're not on my Patreon, why aren't you? It's a great time. We have a great community, especially when we connect with our Discord server. A lot of great conversation. We listen to a lot of great tunes, and it is a supporting community for everybody who loves music. And I'm very proud of the community. I'm very happy to be leading the charge, and I'm just very thankful for all of you for your support and for listening along and hanging out with me. It's something that I do not take for granted. Thank you very much. This has been Made in Japan, all four sides, especially today. Side 4, the last side, Space Truckin' with Deep Purple. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you next time on another edition of The Daily Doug.
It's the Daily Doug. Welcome to the Daily Doug. The Daily